Ordinarily, like I said, this case would have come to an end. But because of show, I want to show you that I'm a man. No, it's not even about him anymore. It's a thing of pride now. It's not about him anymore.
After listening to Very Dark Man and his statements regarding Sowore in court, one will ask a simple question: was Very Dark Man having case against Sowore or Sowore? Is it not just a concerned citizen who stepped in to find solution to a problem? Why the issue? Why the particular anger against Sowore? Blord, they have issues there with you, smiling, shake your hand, and you shake his hand as they left. The two lawyers we are talking to both of you to make peace, which is where it is going. So we said it before now that the case cannot stand. That's where it's going. The judge has drawn the case based on her own concerns, and they are sending it back to the chief judge, and the case is dead. So what's the point about this issue with Sowore?
I've told you guys that my intervention in the case is to ensure that Blord's rights are not trampled upon, and that he's granted bail, and that the case is discontinued, and that my lawyer has been directed as such. Everything I told you has come to pass. So what else are you looking for? The case, according to him, from what you are saying, he has met with Blord and resolved privately, right? Or openly. We have brought Blord out of prison. And as a result, he's no longer going to move for a bail application, which was slated for today. The judge has abandoned the case. What else do you want me to tell you? Yes. But as regarding the threats, I have said it before. I always offer myself as a scapegoat so that people will not suffer. Yes. So I said this will be like maybe my fourth time of telling you. If I have to go down so that people don't get maltreated, I'm ready. So hasn't Blord gone home?
He's home.
Haven't we discontinued this case by reconciliation?
Because it discontinued.
Hasn't the judge abandoned the case?
He abandoned it and ran away. He ran away. Because
Next question, please.
So to make his point, he was there. And whatever he said came to pass. The case is not continuing. As long as I've taken it back to the chief judge, it's closed.
So it is presumed that the court suo motu, decided to adjourn and send the file back to the Honorable the Chief Judge. And
that handshake, both of them checked there, is finished. Case settled. I wish you all the best.
Let me say something. Let's say wait. Ordinarily, like I said, this case would have come to an end. But because of show, I want to show you that I'm a man. No, it's not even about him anymore. It's a thing of pride now. It's not about him anymore. It's about showing Sowore that he cannot do anything. Yeah. This civilian general. I want to show us civilian general. No, like I said, it's not about him. It's about Sowore now. You understand? It's about Sowore now. And I will show you. It's about Sowore now. And I will show you. You understand? It's about Sowore now. And I will show you. It's about Sowore now. And I will show you.
Well, the matter was for trial. As we all know, the case has been in public domain, and today the defendant was in court. The prosecution and the defense team were all in court. So the court called the case, and parties informed the court that we are ready for the case. However, the judge, in a most unlike of events, decided to state to the court that she will be recruiting herself from this case and will be sending the file to the Honorable the Chief Judge for reassignment of this case. And it was a most unexpected event, as to the best of my knowledge, there was no formal application. So it is presumed that the court suo motu, decided to adjourn and send the file back to the Honorable the Chief Judge. And this only happens when there's any form or likelihood of the integrity of the judicial process being painted in a bad light. And this is the reason why most times the court would, on their own sole volition, decide to send back the file just to preserve public confidence and integrity, especially with the fact that there have been a lot of social media ranting and